Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another Mod Monday. Today we have several new mods, and they're all amazing. Stay tuned. Right, first things first, we have two mines, iron mine and coal mine. They're both around third of the capacity and third of the production of the normal mine. They look quite cool. They look kind of like traditional mines, and they were created by Cactax Hook. I really apologize for butchering your name. Yes, and he wrote two small coal and iron mines. All characteristics are 3 times lower than vanilla mine, so you can expect around third of the production. I think this is really good because most of the mines I run, even if I'm creating a huge construction, it's really hard to populate them. It's really hard to have 200 people working in a mine. It's quite challenging. This kind of smaller version of this mine, and also the mine at the highest production, it produces a lot. And this is just a cheaper and nicer version of the vanilla mine, and it can be found here, and quickly we can see it in the mine section, and it's quite cheap and affordable compared to the normal mine, which is I think 10 times more expensive. We can really quickly just check out what it is. Well, it's 3 times more expensive, but more or less like the description of the mod says, 3 times lower. Next up, by the same author, we have 2 new small steel mills. Now this is again interesting thing. I'm experimenting a lot with the steel mills. I did have smaller steel mills with a similar production for the huge maps and for big plants. If you have big plants for a republic, this might be a little bit on the small side, but complementing these small mines, I think this is a perfect solution. These are 2 steel mills. They have a production of 15 tons a day. They consume 211 tons of coal and 105 tons of iron. They can be found in the mod section again. They can be found in the factory and all the way in the back, because there are the 2 new mods we have. They cost around 115,000 rubles in the position where we want to build them here. One of them comes with a railroad connection, and the other one is without, so you have 2 versions. The one without is a little bit more expensive, and without railroad connection it's a little bit cheaper. Now this is again something we should look out for, because they look really detailed and really nice. Right, next thing is set of mods, 2 buildings made by Novu. He's kind of becoming a regular on this channel. It's a Red Venice. He's making a new set of mods. This is the first in line, called Red Venice. What's the special thing about the mod is that you can build the buildings over water, partially of course, similar to Venice. You have a building that you can actually build fully on the ground, on the dry land, and there's another building that you can build on the water. You can find it in the mod section with your residential mods, and all the way in the back, because it's the newest one we have. So you have 2 versions: residential building that has 90 people capacity, and 5-story residential block that has 110 people capacity. The smaller one is the water one, so here we have it here, and you just have to find the proper location for the building, and you can construct it over water. Now this is gonna create a whole new, this is something I'm really looking forward to. So if you have cities like this, you can actually expand it all the way over water, especially though if the waterways are not gonna be used. You can definitely get that coastline populated and used as much as you can. You can see here several buildings I constructed already, and they look magnificent. I can't wait to see the rest of them. Novu is one of the modders that we definitely should look out for. He's creating really nice mods, and ideas he has, they're amazing. Right, let's move on. Here we go, another one. Regional radio station. This was made by Robs074. Regional radio station based on a real building in Lublin, Poland. Employs 50 workers with basic education and 25 actors. Yes, this is one of those things that I'm currently experimenting with as well. Propaganda. Propaganda, I think, is going to be key to success of any republic. And this is really, really good that somebody is actually investing time to create new types of radio stations and TV stations. And yes, this seems like a really nice detailed mod and looks like something that I will definitely be using as an alternative to vanilla radio station. Now it has 50 workers, lower education workers, and 25 higher education workers. Compared to the vanilla one, it has the same amount, more or less the same amount of workers, and should have the same influence as well. Right, there's a description in Polish as well, but we already came to a conclusion that I'm not gonna butcher that language anymore. 75,000 would be the price for creating something like this, and I think it's gonna fit into any map perfectly. It looks so communisty. Right, here's something that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think you guys are gonna be definitely fans of. It's called ZZGUSE. I don't know. A Tesla. Let's call it a Tesla. Experimental free energy power generation unit. It's a rework of original structures, and just free energy is cheating. I decided to rework it a bit and add realism. Imagine the imperfect experimental equipment constantly breaks down or becomes obsolete. The installation is now the installation now will consume electronics and electrical parts. Also, more than 200 researchers and more than 300 workers are now needed for work, since maintaining such a building is not an easy task. All good, all perfect, definitely not something that would excite me, and a really good thing that they actually put as a consumption that you have to, a requirement that you have to consume electrical components and electronics. But there's no way of getting those electronics there. I tried. Oh, Lord knows I tried. I did a lot of experimentation on trying to add this building into distribution center. I have everything ready and to be transported. No dice. No dice. I cannot make it work. I already connected it to a warehouse, but it won't go to anything else. Unfortunately, this building cannot be selected. I think it's a perfect, really good idea, not something I would be too crazy about, but I know a lot of you guys would love to have this working. Unfortunately for me, it's not working. Resources are missing. You cannot purchase them internally, and you cannot transport them by trucks. I tried, or the Lord, I tried. Right, you can find the building in mods, and then you have a power plant, and under power plant GS I believe that would be translated from Cyrillic, and the building looks like this. Yes, it's not that expensive, I have to say, and the power production is not so great. I mean, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. You have bigger ones as well. I believe the nuclear one is... Nope, it's actually absolutely huge. It's absolutely huge. Right, yeah, you have double twin reactor nuclear power plant as well, but right, that's it. I have no idea how to make it work. If you know, put it in a comment section. I tried, and hopefully it will, because it produces a lot of electricity. Now, my favorite, I think this is gonna be my favorite or second favorite, but let's check it out. New warehouses. Yes, this is what I was looking for. We have a new set of 4 warehouses. There's a difference between them. They look the same, but they're actually not. Right, let me read a word or two about this one. So this is created by Legend Gamer again. A warehouse in a style of ZTM buildings of 4 types for building materials and value items. I think they mean... Yes, so One of them is for crops, electronics and all that stuff. The second one is for the just normal materials. Capacity is 2,000 tons and the bigger one is 4,000 tons. So you have two different options what you can create, and I think this is perfect. It's not too big, it has a huge capacity. You can fit it next to any of your buildings or production facilities. I'm definitely going to be using this, and also you can put a nice sign on it, like we have here. Oh, who put that there? Anyway, it can be found in your storage section of your mods, and you can have it here. You have 4 different sizes. They are pricey-ish, but I think it's a perfect setup for any situation. It has a huge capacity, and it looks tidy. It looks clean. Right, all of you Stalker fans, Soviet Union fans, or whatever fans of the Eastern Europe, you need to recognize this. These two buildings are sharing the first place in my eyes concerning what's the best mod for this week. These are buildings 2-60. This is a panel house for 190 residents. The series is known for an abandoned house in Pripyat. Tolyatti is also full of them. Creator of the house model is Kamurka, and this was created by Holodets. Now, this is sharing the first place in my eyes, just because it's a symbolic building. Also, it's actually quite compact, and I think it's iconic. I think every city should have one. It's made of panels, prefab panels, like you can probably tell, and you can find it in the residential section, of course. Here it's the last one. It's not expensive, it's really cheap, and it's really cool. I love it. It requires 125 tons of prefab panels, 12 tons of steel, a little bit of asphalt, concrete, and gravel, and 1,000 work hours. Right, this and storage are my favorite mods from this pack. Of course, Novus Venice themed buildings. I think they're awesome. Come with his own design of the buildings here that you can see. These buildings being from a different mod. We're not presenting them here. Hopefully I'm gonna make a separate mod addressing these here because they're amazing. Right, this is all created by Novu. Right, so what's your favorite? Actually, I have 3 out of 7. What's yours? Mine would be, I think I'm gonna go with storage, and then these two buildings, Venice-style buildings that can be built over water, of course, and a little bit bigger one that can be built on ground, and Pripyat buildings. There you go. Hopefully you like this video. It's another Monday presentation, and I'm surprised. So compared to last time, we have a little bit more mods, and definitely better choice. Right? Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you guys for everything. See you in the next one. Bye bye.